Disclaimer. This is educational purpose video only. I didn't harm anyone. I used my own device during explain of this method, so please don't use this method any kind of illegal or malicious activities. Because hacking is crime. If you do this, then it can land you in jail. I'm not support any kind of illegal or malicious hacking.
Tool. So here we have the different options for creating backdoor, and I'm going to start from the beginning. I'm going to start from scratch, so I'm going to say back and back in order to go to the first page of the wheel. So when you see this, you will have to say list in order to choose your available tools like we did before. So we're going to use evasion like we did before, so I'm going to say use 1, and then later on I'm going to say list in order to list all the available payloads. So here we have different options. I'm going to go for the 14. Okay, so this is go meter Peter reverse HTTP, and actually you may try some other one like 26, or maybe you can try 9 for instance, and my tests with 9 recently has paid out, but I'm going to use 14 in order to have a great comprehensive example, because 14 has actually a lot of setups built in. I'm going to show you what I mean later on. If you say use 14 or use 9, you will see a screen like this. You will see the available options, and it actually looks like Metasploitable tool a little bit, right? So we have the options, and the similarity is actually not very hard to see, because we're going to set these values, set these options with set command one more time. Okay, so if I want to change this output, for instance, I'm going to say set output to be 80 or 90. Right now, I'm testing this on a NAT network, and within the following sections, we're going to test this for outside networks as well. But since I'm in a NAT network, I have to find my IP, which will be something like 10.02.15. If I say ifconfig, then I will see my local IP in here. So I'm going to change my L host, okay, so this is localhost, to be 10.02.15. And for L port, I'm going to use something other than 80, like 8080. Actually, it really doesn't matter, but this 80 port is actually used with an HTTP request. So I'm going to choose another port like 8080, and I'm going to try with this setup. So I changed the L host, the L port part. So these two were actually mandatory to set, so I set them. And we're going to see the other options as well in the following lecture. But for right now, we are ready to go. We are just ready to test this backdoor with this default given options. So if you say options and hit enter one more time, you will see the latest options that you have set. So we have a lot of options in here, and you can read the descriptions, and we will see what kind of processors, what kind of sleep that we should use in order to avoid any antivirus detections in the following lecture. But for right now, I'm going to go with the default values, and I am going to generate this backdoor. So once you do that, you can just say generate to create your first backdoor. Okay, this is similar to having all settings in the Metasploit and then say exploit. Rather than exploit, I'm going to say generate and hit enter. It will create the process of generating this backdoor for me. So as you can see, it asks me for a name. I'm going to say James payload or James new payload. In order to have a name for my exe file, it will just start to create this backdoor for me. So it will only take a couple of minutes, or maybe less than a minute actually. And after it's done, it will say the location of this file for us. Like you can see here, the language that is being generated and the payload modules and the folder that contains our exe. So our exe is put in this user share real output compiled folder. So we can just go and browse this folder to find our newly created exe backdoor. So we are now done here. If you hit anything on your keyboard, it will bring you back to this dashboard. So let me open my files and try to find my exe file. So I'm going to go to other locations here to my computer. And remember, this was placed on user, right? So the user, share, and then it should be like real output, I think. Let me go down here and search for real. Okay, so I believe, yeah, this is the one, real output. And here we have the compiled, and here we have the James new payload.exe. If we run this James new payload.exe on Windows machine, it will create a backdoor. It will create